All right, good morning and welcome to our NASCAR Xfinity Series panel media availability. We're joined here by the driver of the number 62 South Point Hotel and Casino Chevrolet, Brendan Gaughan, the number 48 DC Solar Chevrolet, Brennan Poole, and the driver of the number 00 Haas Automation Ford, Cole Custer. So guys, we're just gonna go down the line and I just wanna ask, we have 3 road races coming up. This is our first one. And what are your thoughts about how it's going to go and how it affects the playoff picture? We'll start with Brendan.
Everybody knows I love my road racing. So I circle this month at the start of the season and say this is what I look forward to. I love starting it at Watkins Glen. I love Mid-Ohio. Road America, of course, one of my favorite in the country. So this month to me is one of the coolest months of racing NASCAR has ever come up with. Love starting it off here in Watkins Glen, and if it rains, that doesn't bother me much at all, and I will be very, very happy if it rains. So, sorry, kids.
Brennan?
I like the road course races. They were really good to me last year. We finished in the top 10 in all of them, and I ran third right behind this guy at Road America. So, just looking to improve on it some. I got to go and do some schooling with Ron Fellows again, back in the beginning of the year, which was a lot of fun.
Did you go out to the prom?
Yeah, I did.
I'm not allowed back.
No, I know you're not allowed back. I know the story.
Yeah.
But so we had a good time, and Watkins Glen's such a good racetrack. It's a lot of fun, and Mid-Ohio is a great place for us, and of course Road America is probably one of my favorite tracks that we go to. So just looking forward to this month.
Yeah, I've really been looking forward to this stretch for a while now, and I've always liked the road races, and I'm really looking forward to the stretch. Hopefully we can, have really consistent runs and just keep it going. But definitely Watkins Glen. I mean, that's probably my favorite place to go to out of everywhere that we go to. So I'm really looking forward to this weekend.
All right.
Glad you can make it, Lee. Glad you could make it.
All right, we'll open it up for questions. Jeff Gluck.
Jeff Gluck from jeffgluck.com. Brendan, obviously it begs the question, what did you do to get banned from Ron Fellows' school?
Well, me and Ronnie go way back. We're buddies. But I don't think the Corvette people like me very much anymore. There is one wall, one 15-foot wall at the Spring Valley Motorport, whatever the hell they call that place. And I hit the one wall. And I was there to teach kids. Yeah. It was really impressive, just so you know. I mean, it looked really strong. Trust me, it was pretty awesome. It was a very impressive day of my life. Very impressive. I have not been banned. Ron has asked me to come back. I just politely decline every year now. I'll take the fifth on that and just say that it all works out. It's good to be me some days. Good to be a race car driver some days. Good to be a race car driver some days. It was bad. It was really bad. It was bad. The worst part was when the OnStar lady called and said the car has been disabled. You've been in an accident. And I was trying to explain to her, nope, it's all good. Turn it back on. It's a race car at a school. You can see what it's registered to. Please turn it back on before they come get here and get off the phone. I swear to God, she called and I was trying to argue her off the phone to reconnect the vehicle. Yeah, it was bad. Oh. Yeah, it was bad.
All right.
Tyler had the racing experts. Hoping that all 3 of you can give your perspective on what NASCAR announced for next year as far as the limitations for Cup drivers racing in your series. Obviously, all 3 of you are regulars at this point. What do you think about the decision that they've made to further restrict the amount of races that Cup drivers can run?
Go ahead. I don't need to answer it.
I feel like NASCAR is trying to make the best decision that they can, to make the racing as good as they can for the fans. I think for me, it doesn't really matter for me either way. I enjoy racing the Cup guys. I learn a lot of stuff from them. I've enjoyed racing all of them. A lot of the guys, are guys that I've looked up to a lot of my career getting here to this point. So I'm certainly going to miss racing them as much as I've been able to the last couple of years. You know, it's just kind of part of the sport. It's changing, and we'll just move on and deal with it. We all have to deal with it the same way.
Yeah, kind of the same answer. I mean, I think we definitely have to race against those guys because it makes us better and gives us a chance to see where we're at, I guess, how we stack up. But I think it's definitely we put on better racing probably when we're by ourselves. So I think it's better for the fans probably when we're by ourselves. But I think we definitely have to have them in some capacity for sure.
Okay, we have any more questions? Bob.
Bob Pockers, ESPN. Are you guys doing anything different this year as far as approach, as far as playoff points go? Because y'all are pretty much safely in the playoffs. So
They're safely in the playoffs. I'm probably still the only one that's
you're-
borderline.
I mean,
If somebody randomly wins a race, we have to gain another spot. If somebody in the further back, so that we're definitely we're cognizant of it. We're not doing much. We would like to get some stage points. I mean, the best way to do that is win a race. You get 5 of them for that. So I would love to be able to do that. We have definitely changed how we race from stage racing. I think you look at what we did at the Brickyard, how people ran it there, and I think you're going to see really, really exciting strategy racing here at the 3 road races because you can do so many different things. You can work for stage points. You can work for the finish. You can work all different ways now that you know when 2 cautions are actually going to be thrown. So it just depends on these 2 guys. Yeah, they could probably go for stage points pretty well, and try to pick up a cherry pick a few here or there. Me, I feel like we need to be a little bit more secure. If I can win one of these road races, then I'll start going back to stage points.
Yeah, I think for our team, we're in a really good spot points-wise. So I think for us, it's just about trying to win some stages to get some of those bonus points. And then if we can't win the stage, the strategy kind of goes towards, pushing everybody else around and trying to put ourselves in the best position for the finish of the race to try to win the race on strategy or something like that. So, for us, I think we're in a strong point to just start getting aggressive and trying to put ourselves in good positions to try to get a victory.
Yeah, I think right now, especially driver points wise, we're in a pretty good spot for just trying to go for stage wins or trying to get a win. Like the stage points at this point really aren't going to help you that much in the position that we're in. We're just really worried about the playoffs and setting ourselves up good for that. But obviously there's the owners' points that make a pretty big jump in points when you look at that. So we still need one more spot to make that chase. But so we're kind of in a weird spot.
Oh crap! I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
That stinks. I'm way out of that.
So we're kind of in a spot where we probably still want to go for stage points, but we still want to try and get into the owner's chase for sure.
Chris,
ChrisKnight@catchfence.com. Brennan, yesterday, Steve Lilletta was on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio, and he mentioned that he had talked to Chip yesterday, in fact, about the possibility of you moving to Cup at some point during your career. Said he didn't think 2018 was a possibility, but maybe 2019. Do you guys, is that what you're planning to, what you're hoping to do, and is DC Solar capable of propelling you into the Cup Series?
Well, I mean, I want to win a race for sure before I make that jump. I feel like to be at the Cup level, you have to earn it. I've been close, and I think I've shown speed and shown that I'm capable of doing it and winning races, but, I have to get it done first. So, I feel like Chip and everybody at Ganassi is in a good place. The Cup guys have been running really good on that side. So, trying to throw a third car in the mix there right now would probably be kind of, you don't want to mess anything up. Just keep doing things the same way since it's been so successful. So, we'll see. Obviously, that's my goal. That's where I want to be. I want to race the best in the world and be at the highest form of motorsports. So, I feel like we're getting close to it, but I still have some stuff I got to prove still.
Lee Spencer, Motorsport.com. Forgive me, Cole, if this has already been asked because I was stopped by Fat Boy on the way in. Yeah, exactly.
I understand. Never mind.
How did you get proficient at driving road courses? I mean, you almost won the race up in Canada, but how did you get sporty with that so early in your career?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have any road race background really coming into this, so it was pretty much like I got into a K&N car and started we did some tests, and then we ran the races in the Can-Am series, and I ran this is probably about my 10th road race or so, and just kind of, I probably just started out kind of okay, not bad, not great, and then as I got more laps, I feel like more comfortable with it and better at it. So I don't know, this is a different level. I don't know how I'm going to stack up in this series, but I feel like in the past I've been pretty sporty, I guess, on road races.
Have you spent any time in the simulator before coming into this weekend?
Yeah, I probably spent 3 hours or so on the simulator just trying to get an idea, and we worked through a bunch of changes and stuff, so it definitely helped for sure coming here.
All right, any more questions before we wrap it up? All right, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it.